Hey, Game of Thrones fans, and welcome back. We're here with another Ice and Fire Total War battle for you here today. It's actually not a battle, it's a siege, I should add. We've mainly covered like land battles and things like that, really, for the Game of Thrones mod for Attila Total War. But we do indeed have a glorious 4v4 siege. It's probably the largest siege we've ever actually covered, I feel like, on the channel. And you've got Targaryen Dragoncore lands already getting absolutely overwhelmed over here. And we've got some Greyjoy thralls getting engaged as well by March and Knights. They're being charged down as the Greyjoy player here, leaving these thralls open for attack. And we're going to see a Ranger Vanguard actually get into generally a Vicatarian Greyjoy actually being engaged. It's the general there of House Greyjoy is being charged. Infantry getting charged by cavalry, not good. Luckily, it's more of a medium melee cav than like a heavy shock cav or something. I was going to say these Dragonclaw Lancers are not going to hold for long, and there's no real support coming over to try and actually bail out Vicatarian here. We're going to see some more Thralls getting charged here by the Night's Watch once again, and they are going in there just trying to take heads. They try and take out the Greyjoys here. Pretty decent like charge. Actually has done a serious amount of damage. They're going to pull out of that one. They're going to hit the other ranger over here, but this time it's a bow unit. Looks like they've managed to... Actually, the Stag Knights are just disengaged from that other fight, and they're trying to now help beat the Thralls here. They've routed them nicely and quickly, and now there's more cav freed up to cause chaos. House Bolton is bringing Roose Bolton over here to try and help. That's going to be good. The Dragonclaw Lances are broken as well. Bolton is going to try and stop the Stag Knights here before they cause more damage. You've got Fury Marines now coming over from Dragonstone, as well as he tries to engage against his fellow Baratheon. March and Knights going in again, still just going after Rangers. I don't know if that cav might... That cav looks like it might have pulled through. Get out of the bows there. There you go, March and Knights going in. And the Reaver bows still getting charged. While that's all going on, there is landings now starting to take place here for the Boltons as they try to land. But as this was all going on, we will quickly go over the teams. So we've got House Targaryen, House Bolton, got the Dragonstone Baratheon, and obviously House Greyjoy on the attack here today. We've got the Night's Watch. We have the new sort of like faction we've looked at recently in a video. We've got House Valerion / House Celticar. They both emerged together. We've got House Tarly, and then we've got House Baratheon of Storm's End on the defense here as well. We're seeing a lot of resources being thrown over here to try and rout these very elite cavalry and Stag Knights being killed off. And the cavalry in here, Ranger Vanguards, they're holding on actually. They're beating Roose Bolton in here. Kind of crazy. I would probably pull them out by now. I mean, they've got infantry pinned in against the Ranger Vanguards. They don't need to keep the general in there risking his life. Not that Roose Bolton is going to be of too much use in the siege, I've just said as this goes on. March and Knights also getting in here. They're doing some damage as well to... what is this Greyjoy unit down here? Reavers, okay, fair enough. That's not so bad as a pull through. Maybe still a little bit of one, but the unit is trying to get off the tower. So yeah, they are going to try and get those March Knights out of there and back to safety and try and use them for the second sort of line of defense, which is going to be inside the walls. House Greyjoy is the first to land. His Reavers there are going to be the first in. And he's been joined by the Bastard Bruisers. Yeah, so it's light shock units. The units they just got hammers. They just have hammers. Awesome. But yeah, they are ready to go. I mean, they need to bring more forces forward. And actually, it looks like House Baratheon and Storm's End and also the Ranger Vanguards have managed to escape. I mean, the Stag Knights, they've re-rallied. Could try and hunt down Roose Bolton here. He stays isolated. They could definitely, if they freshen themselves up, could get some kills there. We've got a gold chevron Greyjoy catapult over here with ammo. That would be a great target to take out as well. I guess the chevron's on it for accuracy. I don't know if really triple gold will make a great difference. I know a couple of chevrons is like ideal. 1 or 2 on your range units, I think, is best. I don't know if that's still the case with like artillery. Might be. Dragon Blades over here, they're getting ready to go in. They're going to take on the Baratheons. I love that. I love that these two are facing off against each other. Rhaegar against Bobby B. Rhaegar is here as well. It is their Rhaegar General. Who have they brought? Just a Stag Knight Commander. Wise, I'd say. There is also a little force of Boltons over here that is waiting patiently. We've got Kennel Masters, Blade Guards, Dreadful Wardens. And we've got Dreadfort Skinners here. They're all going to go up this ramp here. They can go up, yeah, just like here. Just go up here and around. Though it is being watched by the Night's Watch. They've got Builder Veterans, sorry. They are waiting. And they've got Javelins ready to go. And I was going to say, from the last line of defense on this hilltop here, they can also shoot down into any oncoming units. That little outflank might get checked pretty quickly and pretty easily, I would say. Yes, if you're new to this sort of mod, if you've never seen Ice and Fire Total War in action, and you're like intrigued by like, oh, these units don't look anything like the show, it's because the mod is based on the books. So it's not based on the show, it's based on the books, which J.R. Martin has kind of like envisioned and said many a time before. It's sort of, you know, based off sort of high medieval sort of armor and that sort of period. Like obviously the War of the Roses heavily influences, so it's very similar sort of armor to what you maybe get in the War of the Roses, and that's what the dev team have gone for, which is, I think it looks great. I really do. I do think some of the armor in the show is a little impractical, but also, like the Lannister army, for instance, how would you mass produce all that armor? You wouldn't. That's the problem there. But yeah, House Baratheon now getting engaged here against the Targaryens, which is great to see. They're getting stuck in there. But yeah, if you want to see more Game of Thrones action on the channel, you're enjoying this sort of content, and you're new around here, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe as well. We are, you know, we're working towards 15k subs. That's our new milestone we're working towards. We're already making steady progress. So yeah, if you want to, you know, stay on this ride and see how far the channel can go, then feel free to subscribe down below as well. Fort Wall being smashed in here. I think that's by Greyjoy Artillery. Yeah, Greyjoy Artillery still over there. Greyjoys took a fair bit of a beating here. I mean, some of their Reavers are in a bad state of affairs. A lot of Javelins as well, I think, are being used up, which might have been being reserved for the sort of Ironborn. Thralls are still alive, but very badly battered. If they got Vicatarian, that would have been huge. He was open. It was poor micro, I'd say, from the Greyjoy player. Just not watching and just seeing, oh, this is not going to go well. The Dragonclaw Lancer as well originally was in a 4v1. It was never going to go well. He's going to need to get cover over here, and he should have maybe turned his entire line, got his bows and his javelins ready. But he didn't. House Valerion here is shooting Greyjoy Reavers. This unit's on the tower, so yeah, don't know if I'd shoot that because he's going to be wasting ammo. I'd say that's poor choice of target there from House Valerion in shooting that. But the Oathbound Warden's being spammed out here. The money must be pretty damn high. I think it's on Ultra typically. Is like the recommended amount of money for a Game of Thrones, an Ice of Fire siege. But yeah, there's a lot of Oathbound Wardens. I was looking at like the comps for these armies, and they're pretty expensive, these Wardens. So to bring like a spam of them, yeah, a lot of cash here. Oh, really nice side shots going on here. The Stormguard Swordsmen, they were winning this fight as we came over here, and they were beating the Dragon Blades, but they're now getting side-shotted by so many Dragon Archers down here. Like, look at them. They're looking glorious. They've got massive bows, actually. Look at the size of that long bow. They're huge. They're huge. And black as well. Looks awesome. I think House Targaryen just does look great. Oh, black and red just looks amazing to go together as a combo. I mean, it's going to be kind of similar, I feel like, for... Like, I've been begging Aemond, who's the main dev, for... Ice and Fire. He's the main guy really in the entire mod. I've been begging him to do House Blackfire, and if House Blackfire gets in, I'm excited to see what he does with it. That's for sure. As soon as those archers left, by the way, that Stormguard started to win once again. It's no longer winning because of fresh Dragon Blades being sent in. Interesting to see that the Stormguard beat Dragon Blades. I didn't expect that. Yeah, if you want to get involved in any sort of dawnless days, I feel like that's just ingrained in my mind. I have just literally just finished recording what is, I guess, going to be yesterday's video, which is the Dawnless Days one. But yeah, if you want to get involved in Dawnless Days, I guess, or Ice and Fire content is what I was meaning to say. If you want to get involved in any battles, then feel free to join my Discord. Links down below in the description. You can get yourself the Game of Thrones role and get involved in any sort of streams and scenarios we do. I'm definitely doing more and more of this mod. But also, I'll leave a link for the mod and also for the Discord. So if you want to get involved in any of the action on the server there as well, I highly recommend it. But yeah, more Stormguard going in. A bit of a blob here. I know also House Targaryen's blobbing, so that might sound hypocritical. I think it's more of a problem for the defenders to blob than attackers. Because yeah, you're going to see this this absolute murder here from the Red Dragon Archers. Again, going to go in. Again, going to do damage into the side shots here that on these swordsmen of House Baratheon. I don't think that's a good idea. Unless they bring up their own archers, which they're doing now. Storm Marksmen, which are pretty solid. Need them to start dueling with those Red Dragon Archers and take some of the flak. Personally, do think like we've got some of the strongest factions on the attack here today. We've got Bolton, really strong faction at the moment, though I think it is getting nerfed in the next patch. We see the Targaryens here, really strong faction, especially when you're playing like attack on siege and you have like ultra funds. You can bring like all your elites, like just elites really, which you can't really do in a land battle. If you play by sort of the set like large funds. And then we also got Dragonstone here, the strongest faction in my opinion, especially for a siege. They do really well. We've got March Knights selling out once again, pretty well depleted. I don't know why that is the case. I thought they got back to the friendly lines pretty well intact, but they're getting shot anyway by the Lightbringers, who are stuck only on fire ammo. Anyway, he's going... Oh, I think he was going after the Greyjoys over here, who again... Oh yeah, he's got all these archers here that, to be fair, are open and have nothing sort of covering them. House Valerion is using his Driftmark bows, and it also looks like the Ranger Marksman back here, they're also shooting. He's getting 2v1'd here, and we're going to see all these Reaver Bowmen get killed off, which is going to be a big problem for House Greyjoy, as for sure. I mean, they've got really good infantry, typically. Like, they've got some of the best infantry in the game. It's great for siege as well, you could say. Another strong faction. 4 strong factions, you say, for siege. But if they have no range support, they might even find it difficult to break through some of these units here. Marines, Driftmark are holding the line for now. That Marcher Knight did get into the did get engaged there. It re-rallied. I mean, he's not done a lot of damage. It's going to rout. But it scared the Reaver Archers for a hot second there. Yeah, I don't know why House Greyjoy's got his army so far back, but he does. Drakengard also now going elsewhere, and Eye Makers as well. Yeah, he's got some good elites back here. And Vicatarian, they're all going, and they're going to go and rejoin the force over here. Don't know why. Yeah, like, he's attacking here, and then also attacking over here by the looks of it, landing here with Dragonstone. Seems a bit odd, stretching his army. I just attack in one spot, and one spot only. Like, there's plenty of men to go around for the attackers. House Celtigar holding the line here, the other half of the Valerion faction. The Crab Men. They're holding against the Dragonstone forces for now. I've been told, but I don't know whether it's just because they're not cost effective. I mean, they're probably are pretty solid, but I've been told that these Oathbound Wardens aren't as good as like other options. But they're probably better than bringing the Footmen, that's for sure. Ranging is still doing absolute damage over there, which is brutal. We've got Targaryen's General Rhaegar is engaged here. He's finally doing that Stag Knight over there. The Ranger Vanguard is still very much hidden.
A unit is running from the enemy.
Yeah, there goes all of Greyjoy's archers pretty much, and pretty much his entire front. Greyjoy over here. It seems like he was a bit of forlorn hope. Probably why he's not pushing this anymore. He actually is pushing technically like 2 factions, like Celtigar and Valerion, and the Night's Watch. They're both here. He's in a 2-on-1. So it's quite a small settlement. It is a custom Attila map. It is quite, I presume it's a large, but it's still quite small, and there's not a lot of space for all these 4 armies on the defense. Oh, the Boltons have released the Hounds. The Hounds are being released, and they're ankle biting those Baratheon defenders. I thought they were, I mean, I think they get like infantry just does counter them pretty well. I think like archers, obviously very vulnerable to them. I thought basic infantry pretty decent at countering them. I mean, yeah, these 2 units are combat even with the dogs in there, and the dogs are actually I don't know if they're pulling through on purpose or they just go after, like, whatever you give the attack order on. I don't know. They're going after Storm Marksmen, and this is more of a target, more up their street. They will gnaw off the legs of these archers. There you go, the Hound's going in, still causing all sorts of problems. But yeah, I mean, Baratheon's holding pretty well over here. What's he got here? Stormguard Swordsman. Yeah, more Stormguard Swordsman. What's he got back here? Probably elites, I'd imagine. Yeah, Sentinels and Storms. And they've got like a lot of... Oh no, they don't have a lot of chevrons. No, I thought they had chevrons, but just I'm looking at the elite soldiers. But yeah, they got Stag Wardens, Champions of the Stag, like all the elites. In that sense, here comes the little outflank though from Bolton. He is now pushing forward. Interesting. I think this is way too early. I think plenty of reserves left. I was going to say we can build a crossbows. Can just mount up on that wall there. And they're just going to gun down these guys as they try and break through his barricade. This seems suicidal. Javelins are jabbing away. Yeah, I just shoot the skirms, get rid of them, then shoot the wardens. Don't even need to kill the kennel masks, because what a dog's going to do against a barricade? Nothing. I presume as soon as this unit's out of javelins... No, he's not got anything else over here to stand up on the wall. He could put crossbows over there, potentially. Yeah, I mean, they're not doing any damage at all. Yeah, they're like killing like barely anyone. They need to just like get those crossbows up there, start gunning those guys down. They do a lot of damage there, that's for sure. We'll come back to that, but yeah, I think Bolton has jumped the gun way too early there. Dragon Blade's just kind of just chilling here. Again, there's a skirmisher literally on this in here, and this is why they're in shield wall not attacking. I just realized, because if they start to attack at the skirms here, we'll be able to absolutely obliterate them. But I'm not gonna lie, seeing the row upon row there of the three-headed dragon of House Targaryen, that's hard. That is hard.
The barricades are under attack.
That'll be the Bolton one, not the Targaryen one. That's for sure. What is holding here? What's the Celtigar unit? Crab Knights? No. No, maybe it is Crab Knights. Yeah, offensive spears. Oh, they're a knight with a spear. I mean, it happens. Not very common, but it does happen. Spear is the most common weapon on the battlefield. I do think it would be really cool, but I don't know how you'd even really like incorporate it into a game like Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones, Total War generally. Oh, they're actually continuing the fight here. The Greyjoys. Okay, they might break through this Marine unit now. A healthy Reaver getting up. But yeah, anyway, what I was gonna say is like, imagine if like you broke, say, your sword, like these Marines here fighting these Reavers, you broke your sword blocking an axe blow. Like, it'd be really cool to see like an animation of like either killing someone with a broken sword or like them drawing their secondary, which could be like a knife or an axe, a small axe, and then using that in battle. It'd be really hard to incorporate. I mean, you just use the same stats, I feel like, as like what the sword unit is fighting on typically, but it would be such a cool animation to see, in my opinion. That's a pretty decent animation there. Kind of missed the end of it, but he just murdered that poor guy from Driftmark. Oh gosh, yeah. They are getting butchered now. The boys in blue. I mean, they're waiting for the next line. They don't need to send anything forward. Noble Longbowmen. The hybrid unit as well, because they've got their shields out. They've already used up all their ammo. I'm surprised they haven't just sent these guys back to go and resupply. They look very cool. House Valerian does have a lot of units like this, sort of like units that have got good shooters, and also can do melee pretty well. Like Lord Montfort here, he's also another Lord Montfort of Valerian. He's the general here today. He's again another hybrid unit. There goes House Targaryen, and they've actually managed to break through. And the skirms didn't react. Okay, waste of the skirms. They need to get them out of there. I think they are sending something in here too. It looks to be Tarly. He's going to get his first infantry into the game. Tarly going in. What's he sending in there? just foot sergeants. But now they need to get those javelins out of there to take the chance to get those out of there and save their lives, because those javelins could be mighty important for killing either pole arms or shock infantry or anything like that. The Baratheon line, I mean, look, all the dead Baratheon. That is horrendous. Like, all archers as well by looks there, or a lot of them are archers. But they're still fighting against the hounds here, and they are actually struggling to get to kill them off. They are slowly, but it's taking a lot of lives. There's a lot of dead yellow boys down there. What's in this fight? Yeah, still more Stormguard. They are losing. Targaryen and Bolton together, slowly grinding through the House of the Stag. At least one of the houses of the Stag. Not the fiery one, that's for sure. Just the normal Stag. But I'll hold for a little bit, but it looks like, yeah, Baratheon's going to fall back. I mean, they don't need to hold all the way. Well, maybe they do, because if they fall back and they let Targaryens get up here, Tarly and Celtigar can't hold here any longer. Javelins coming in, they've been thrown over the top. At least they're using the ammo. What are they hitting though? Blade guards? Yeah, I'd use your javelins. Oh no, maybe they're not. They're shooting bastard bruisers actually. My apologies. Take that back. Sorry, Celtigar guy. They are actually in fact jabbing those bruisers. Yeah, a better target. I mean, it's a tier 1 shock, but it's still shock. Oh my gosh. These guys just getting absolutely domed right now. Look at that guy. He's getting hit multiple times by javelins here. Yeah, I like how they like shift themselves into the front line. They're like, yeah, I'll take the position of Gary. He's just been absolutely domed by javelin, but I'll take his place. It's not like they'll ever hit the second spot a second, like the same spot a second time. No, never. Yeah, immediately he'll get domed. You know, yeah, that's pretty much redundant. It's a tier 1 shock as it is. Not like half strength. And look at this. The Crab Knights have managed to hold the line. They were using with some skirms. They've got Tide Guard coming forward here now support. So they've held back the Dragonstone Baratheon player for a little while now. I was going to say, I feel like bring up some archers, try and do something. Like, the defenders have used a lot of ammo up already. On a lot of different things, to be honest. Don't know where I was really going with that, but yes, they have. Warm Brothers, all the Greyjoy Reavers. This just seems a bit of a waste now that they made a breach here and then they're not using it. I would probably... I mean, even if it wasn't Greyjoy, I would have certainly reorientated someone to go through it. If not Greyjoy and someone else. Dragonstone would probably be my my pick to go through there. Because he's one of the strongest factions. And also Greyjoy. I mean, Greyjoy's still got a lot of stuff just hiding back here. For some reason, he's just cowering away and not helping his teammates. The only ones really doing the attacking now are Bolton and Targaryen. I mean, Targaryen, credit to him, has been in since minute 1. We got those bastard bruises in there now. Supporting the Dragon Blades. Yeah, I mean, this mod's just great. I am really loving it. I'm excited to see what they add next, house-wise. I also, like I said, I mean, they took a bit longer to do, but like maps, more unique maps would be great. So we don't have to play on like vanilla Attila maps like this one. Yeah, that Storm Guard Swords is nearly gone. There's one over here that's rally, but that might just rout, honestly, if the Targaryens get close. They still find dogs back here. Yeah, they must be. They got spear recruits, which might have been actually the perfect unit for killing off the dogs. Cheap spear unit. Spears, I think, are pretty good anti-dog. That might have been the unit to send in.
Men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Yeah, the Tarly foot sergeants, they're starting to die. Skirmishers are now out of ammo. They're just getting thrown in. Another line of sergeants getting ready. They're going to have to hold somewhere similar in line to the Storm's End Baratheon, I feel like, just so they didn't get side-shotted or rear-shotted. Again, it's the Bolton Targaryen combo in here. There they go. They're finally through this choke point. The first place that they started their attack so long ago. Got another Dragon Claw Lancer, oddly enough. Why wasn't this sent with the other one? Good deal with the Sally out, I don't know. Rhaegar's still way out here as well, by the way. He is hidden. But I mean, if the defenders were to have walk out, which I don't think they do. I think that Ranger Vanguard might have even been killed off by now. But yeah, they could have maybe just jumped on Rhaegar. He's very isolated. Big push over here, though. Oh, here is the Cav. That's where it is, the Ranger Vanguard. Is encircling some of these skirms down here. Great movement here from the Nice Watch. We haven't had a little look at this in a while, but as you can see, yep, their offensive or counter-offensive has worked. Sworn Brothers. We've also got the Shadow Tower veterans. They've managed to break through. Crossbows have been merciless on the wall. They're even running out of ammo. They've just absolutely butchered a lot of Bolton's units. Yeah, Dreadful Wardens all gone. Skinners, Kennel Masters, everything's been murdered in that choke point. We haven't really looked at it. I mean, they look like there's a fair few black uniforms down there as well, but I'm saying a lot more Boltons down there. And yeah, that is not good at all. Balance power is pretty even as well, by the way. The defenders have the number advantage, I think, yeah. Yeah, this is from the perspective of the Baratheon player. And yeah, he's got 8,200 against 6,200. I mean, they have got some very good elite factions still in the game, so I would never say never, that's for sure. Yeah, like Velaryon is still a pretty weak faction. Can be used pretty well, though. But yeah, Dragonstone, you don't need numbers. You just need the quality of the infantry in front of you. Guys pushing forward his Tide Guard here, getting a little bit too excited. He's surrounded by his wardens. But still some of those Spear Knights down here. I have seen people just play like all House Celtigar as well in battles, which I do quite like. I like the role play.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
It's a Seahorse against the Flaming Stag. I can't remember if the Velaryons do side with who they side with in Game of Thrones. I presume stay with the Crown. They're not a very big major house at this point, like they are in like House of the Dragon. But yeah, they're not bad. I certainly would start to move some of these units over here. That's for sure as well. I mean, we've got a lot of units that are just kind of being wasted here. Veteran Builders, Sworn Brothers. Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff here that could just be shifted. I mean, Night's Watch, I was gonna say, could deal with just like solely work on the Boltons there, but the Boltons all dead. Look at the massive stuff that was ready waiting. They broke through. We've got like Honor Guard, we've got Enforcers. Yeah, like there's some big boy units still waiting for the Tarleys as well to go in. Here you go. Targaryens have continued on. Dragon Blades are gonna get through these spear recruits like a hot knife through butter. It's not even fair. I think this is what you call in the workplace bullying. Yeah, they're going to slaughter them. What else is sending in? Bastard Bruisers are pretty bruised up. Hey, see what I did there? See what I did there? Spear recruits going in as well. Well, getting ready for the next line. More marksmen back here. Still alive, but very, very mauled up from those hounds. Are they shooting Dragon Blades in reserve? I wouldn't shoot them. What else is looking for? Dragonstone Guardsman, even better sword unit. Dragon Blades. I think you look awesome. Look at these guys. Oh, they look so good. I think they look better possibly than the Dragon Guard. Or the Guardsmen, sorry, I should say. Dragonstone Guardsmen. I think they look like these guys look okay, but they could definitely look better. It's still got, yeah, like the Dragonsteel Guards got a lot of stuff here, and Marines, which is gonna be handy for killing off polearms and things like that. They could probably do with killing a general with the attackers. I think the best opportunity is probably Lord Montfort, because he's been in a range fight. They could have just focused him down. If he's shooting his arrows, it's not Gen Snipe. He's engaging in a range battle. That would have been the best opportunity to just go, because I think all the rest of the generals are nice and safe, tucked up on the top of the hill. And here comes the Greyjoys again, coming. Oh my gosh, they're like throwing it all in. Science men going in. They're going in against the men of Driftmark. Two factions that are notorious for having good navies. Again, I don't know if the Valerians really have a good navy at this point. I guess they might do. We've got the Stag Commander in here.
Our general is under attack.
Not Bobby B, sadly. Still a very cool unit, though. His charge, though, is not so bad onto the Silencemen. I think these Silencemen are unbreakable. Maybe? Or they certainly break very low numbers. Veteran builders probably should have, oh gosh, should have probably javied before they went in. Just like, it's a shock infantry unit. Just hit it while it's hard. And that's going to be confusing. Just like guys in black uniforms against other guys in black uniforms here. Get out and javvy them. Where's gone in here? Longbowman, yeah, good. I'll get the Stag Knight out of there because he's losing. He can't afford to lose his gen. He's not got a lot left as the Baratheon play in comparison to some of these other defenders. He's holding an important flank against the Targaryens. Big boys with the axes here, going in. There you go. They did get that Stag Knight commander out of there, but he's going to say the Longbowmen here are still getting absolutely chopped down by Silencemen. Silencemen are getting jabbed though in the back, which is why they're also apparently losing. They're all, I imagine those builders are also jabbing their own allies. They need to just get into the fight now. Just get into the fight. Do what damage you can. I've got the Tarleys coming forward now. It seems like the defenders are making a bit of an offensive in a few places here, which I'm quite a big fan of. Yeah, pushing against the Iron Islands here quite a bit.
One of our units can no
Sworn Brother
longer
is
fire.
really, I mean, he's really trying to cut off any sort of access to getting into these reinforcements. Yeah, so the Iron Makers are trying to get in here. I don't think they're pulling through. I don't know. It doesn't look like they've got a great charge, that's for sure. They're pulling out, losing men for that. Trying to charge the Sworn Brother, who is now engaging the Science Men, who are going berserk. Yeah, I thought they could go berserk. I presume, yeah, they're unbreakable. Again, men in black fighting men in black. And I'm not referring to the film series. It is a bit jarring to look at, I won't lie. All signs, oh, maybe they can break, because this was wavering. That was out of control. Okay, interesting. Maybe just pot luck whether your guys go out of control and kill you and your own, like your allies and your enemies. Or they could just break, like a normal unit. I think these ones are going to break pretty soon, though, because they're being encircled here by those Sworn Brothers. Wise is the defender here, holding some of his ammo and his longbows here. Tali now sending over his bows to do some work. Even Montfort's still got a little bit left. He could shoot any of these Iron Makers he wants to. Tali well, actually, I was about to say Tali surely has plenty of ammo left, but he doesn't, by the looks of it. Because Honor Guard Marksman here and the Rangers both nearly out of ammo, actually. I certainly know that the Marksman are pretty handy as a melee unit as well. It can actually be like a hybrid shot. Oh, this is not good. All the Storm Marksmen are dying. I mean, they are out of ammo, but still, you know, losses you don't want to be taking. 6,700 defenders against 5,100 attackers. And here come the Dragonstone Guardsmen. They'll rip through these spear recruits, that's for sure. Again, it's like a hot knife through butter. It just doesn't even seem fair.
Our men are rallying. They're not done yet.
Yeah, I do love these units. I mean, at least some good positive of, you know, fighting in red. You hide the blood. You hide the blood.
A unit is running from the enemy.
Yeah, they're cutting through these guys. I'll break them quickly. Then what's after that? Stormons are going to be pushed all the way back to the cap point. They've got more spear recruits here. Honestly, I feel like Tali should go and help him out really a little bit. I know Tali's also looking like he's going to be facing against what's left at Bolton, which is still quite a lot. A lot of Blade Guards here. We got Dread Guards to come forward as well. Dreadful Executioners. It's still like a decent amount to come forward. But yeah, not masses. Dragonstone seems like he's kind of struggling a little bit, I'd say. I would say struggling. Seems like the boys in turquoise are holding the line. Got Kingsmen in there. And they're not breaking through. The TIE Guide are holding. They're holding.
Up and are running for their lives. Unit has used all available ammunition.
They are. Oh, they through? Oh, there is a massive gap actually here. Yeah, they. Yeah, I think they were through. I think they were through legal manners here. Stormbreakers.
The men are running, cowards.
I managed to sort of press back the foot sergeants here of Tali. Tali is mobilizing. I mean, really, if you had a cav unit, speak of the devil. It's going to be the Stag Knight commander. He's going to go in. He can side charge all the Baratheon troops here if he wants to. And they are pulling out a unit out of melee. On the front lines, the TIE Guard there, and they're going to just rear charge the Stormbreakers, which have got gold chevrons. My gosh. Greyjoys again. I mean, they've actually have routed that Sworn Brother there with the Kraken Guard. And we've got the Iron Makers still going in. Some of them still left. The Kraken Guard are a heavy melee. Yeah, they're not a shock. They damn well look cool, that's for sure.
The unit is running from the enemy.
They're going, they're getting stuck in there. Just keep you updated on that front. Decent charge, well, I presume a decent charge there from the Stag Knight commander because not taking too many losses, and the Stormbreakers are still losing. Here we go. We'll see another charge here. Might be over the top now. They might not even need the general in here. The Tide Guards encircle. I mean, the problem is there is now Queen's men in here as well. It's starting to look a little tenuous. They could do with maybe something like a pike or a polearm over here. There are still. Oh no, these are Fury Marines. They don't have their. They don't have anything more than, you know, Javies. The Lightbringers are still alive. Oh, they are, but they're over here. They're supporting House Bolton. Oh yeah, I'd definitely put a polearm or something into that fight just to help try and nullify the gate. Not that they really need to, but just in case they wanted. I mean, if they wanted to, they can definitely do it. With Driftmark Bowman going down, one for Velaryon, and they got the honor guard for House Tali. They're a speed. They're not really a halberdier. They look like they're a halberdier. They're not. They are just an aggressive spear. Yeah, nothing really like pike related at all.
This is shameful.
The defender's kind of surprised. But the same with the attackers. I'm not seeing any sort of pike units either.
Lost! A fire has started among the houses.
The Kraken Guard are eating through these Night's Watchmen.
Our men are breaking off.
Any sort of progression over here. House Velaryon is starting to break, actually. Tide Guard are about to go. They'll put sergeants in him. They've helped push back, presuming there's a Stormbreaker. No, Ryla's Faithful broken. That's a big loss, because the Ryla's Faithful inspire other units. Stormbreakers are gone. We've got Queensman with Gold Chevron that is still crazy. Oathbound Wardens sort of breaking through here. And they're going to side charge those Tide Guard. They might break them. We're going to need to see some commitment. It looks like just Mark Bowman is going to be the choice. The Bolton's now pushing over here as well to try and help break through House Velaryon. I think the defenders, though they can't really like turtle at the top yet with 5,000 men left, might have overstretched themselves in a few areas. Enemy general is dead. Whose general has died? The Greyjoy one, Vicatarion. He's died in this fight over here, fighting against the Swarm Brothers of the Night's Watch. Very impressive. There's a spear unit back here, Shadow Tower Veterans. That needs to get to the front line, help deal with something. Yeah, Dragonstone, he's got his reserves ready, but he's not doing anything with them just yet. That's massive, because now the Night's Watch send their reserves. I mean, just puts them in to block the breach. Now they can send their reserves to come and help against Dragonstone, or the Boltons might be even a more important sort of ones to defend against. Yeah, these Ranger Marksmen might want to get over here, try and help hold back the Blade Guards. Lots of flaying to do if they win today's battle for the Boltons. And yeah, Blade Guard's still getting, well, handing out death and destruction there to the Velaryons. But Sergeants getting sent in. It's not a bad position. They are fighting against a lot of Bolton. Nothing really in the range department. Yeah, there's a little bit of ammo left in some of these Storm Marksmen. What are they shooting? Not sure. A lot of great options back here they could be saving their ammo for, but yeah, not a lot my left yet to use. Got honor guards here. I mean, you can obviously shoot general shock. I mean, the Targaryens, even though they grinded their way through the breath, it still seem like they have a lot of assets left here. Dragonstone nearly seems like he's out. It is now technically a 3v4 in favor of the defenders. Could be a 4v2 in a minute. He's getting a bit desperate for a few factions down here. Archers being sent in by both sides, obviously out of ammo, but that shows a sign of desperation or just preservation of elites. Yeah, these poachers getting sent in. Imagine being like a poacher. Like, you're used to shooting like poor little animals, and instead you're now having to kill knights.
Have rallied and returned to the battle.
They're holding here. They're holding very nicely, but they are going to lose. It's just poachers here. And look at that. Yeah, Dragonstone's done. We've just kind of watched the death of Dragonstone. We've got some Marines left. We've got Sedavos there, actually, the Onion Knight. And he's got a tier 4 heavy melee. It looks pretty much like a Fury Marine. But I guess Onion Knight bodyguard is just, I don't know, somehow better or different, yeah. Anyway, they're nearly out of Dragonstone. It's going to be down to the Boltons and the Targaryens. I mean, two very strong factions to contend with there, that's for sure. Spear recruits holding the line. These Dragonstone guardsmen still hankering for blood and a challenge. They try and, you know, break their way through the Baratheons. But what are the numbers looking like now? 4,700 against 3,400 is very doable, I'd still say, for the attackers. They've got some good assets which really can't be countered, like pole arms. Like, there's no range left available for the defenders, and they've not got any pole arms of their own. The axes are going in here for the Boltons. They should cut through these Tarly swords as well. And we're going to see a very scary unit going in the Champions and Stag being sent in now. So, yeah, this is the first sort of real elite that's been committed, I feel like, for the defenders in a little while. If not, probably the first one in total. I guess maybe the Velaryon archers, like the noble longbows, but they're nowhere near comparable to the champions of the Stag, that's for sure. A in drip, but also in fighting capability. Yeah, they're going to defeat the Executioners, but here we go. It's going to be... Oh, no, Dread Guard's coming forward. Okay, I thought it was going to be like a polearm or something. No, they've lost all theirs, actually, haven't they? The Dread Guard's coming forward. They're going to get sent in. They'll be a good matchup for the Champions of the Stag. That would be a good target for Rangers. And there you go. What remains of the ammo for the Tides here is going to get activated. And shooting those Dread Guards. Not a bad target. Honestly, I would save the ammo for the Targaryen Honor Guards, probably. That's just my opinion. I'd save it for that. I think you can counter just about everything else. You've got the numbers at this point. 4,300 against 3,100. Oh, here goes a Dragonstone as well. They are actually pressing ahead. Kingsman going in.
The enemy have rallied their
I thought we
units.
already saw the Kingsman in. Maybe it wasn't Kingsman. Maybe it was just more Oathbound Wardens. Maybe it was the Queensman. It could have been. Yeah, Kingsmen are a shock infantry. Probably was Queensman then. I saw earlier. Yeah, they do look goddamn awesome. They're fighting against the Talies down there. And against those marksmen, which have their swords out. We'll have a look at that. Actually, I lie. I thought it was them, but it's not. It's, in fact, Veterans of the Watch.
The men are broken.
They're in there,
and
so
running for
shock
their
infantry.
lives.
They're actually beating the Kingsmen back. I mean, it also definitely hasn't got anything to do with all of the other units in here. We've got Honor Guard in here as well, and also the Valaria in general. They're definitely not helping. It's solely the Veterans of the Watch that are killing off that shock infantry. Which is gold chevron as well. It's ridiculous. Again, though, just put one unit to defend this, like a spear unit. Probably, I mean, yeah, they've got some. Shadow Tower Veterans, there you go. Perfect unit. Put that in that shield wall, there, and just hold so then Rhaegar can't come in. Though if Rhaegar tried to come in, he'd be just signing his own death warrant. And I guess, again, still don't let the Marines in here. What is this guarding here? Brine Pikes. Oh, actually, no, okay, so they have brought counters. Haven't seen them, but yeah, they have got counters to the Honor Guard. Okay, there is hope then. The Brine Pikes are pretty damn cool. They look very like Macedonian Phalangite, have their shields strapped to their arm. They can then still you have a two-handed pike. Very Macedonian sort of style. Love that. We have got those ranged marksmen in here now. They are dueling with the Bastards girls. Tali and Night's Watch working side by side. All the defenders in the siege have been pretty good team workers. No one's really designated themselves to a section. Maybe the Baratheons the most. Everyone else, though, has pretty much been on top of each other and been happy to help each other out. Can be the downfall of some defenses is lack of teamwork. I mean, like lack of, just sacrificing kills or, really, like, giving up your position to win a game. Like, oh, I'm absolutely murdering stuff. Yeah, but you're getting outflanked, man. You should fall back. It happens all the time. A lot, actually. A lot of people that get stubborn and just think, oh, I'm winning, and don't look at the bigger picture. If they're losing elsewhere. Some of the Brine Pike. Okay, that is some of the Brine Pike. Okay, this I'd start to try and pull stuff back. I get the Sentinels back for sure to start with. I would get them out of there. You could probably pull all of these guys out of here. Certainly the Sentinels first, then get the Sergeants back, and then just fall back and let the Brine Pikes just kind of nullify this choke point, and then see what Bolton's going to do then. I think these guys must be glitched. They've been firing, but also not firing, and basically on no ammo. Also, by the way, Dragonstone Guardsmen still in this fight. They are still carving through stuff. What kill count are they going to have? Like I said, though, Targaryen is pretty much like the Dwarves or the Elves. They have smaller armies, but they're just goddamn elite. They murder so much. Yeah, they are. They're nearly through this unit. I mean, they are only fighting crossbows. I mean, you'd expect them to do that. Next is going to be either Hornhill Foot Sergeants or maybe this these Shadow Tower Veterans, maybe. Which are, again, another 2 polearm unit. Randall Tarley could go in, if you fancied. Rangers, I'd probably start thinking about maybe looking at the Targaryen front. We're going to see Spear Crews go back in. Sure, they're going to do a great job there against the guardsmen of Dragonstone. This is turning into a bit blobby as well. I mean, there are very few archers left in the battlefield, so there's no real sort of worry getting focused down by archers, at least. So blobbing kind of is probably going to become more common. They are running out of time, actually. I don't think that either side is going to necessarily win this other than through time. Unless they can, like kill a couple of generals off. They are sallying out, actually over here. Hornhill longbows have sallied out. They're not the hybrid units. That's the tier 2. We're going to see TIE Guard as well. Davos and his Marines over here are doing a bit of a number on these units. We're going to see Lord Montfort come forward as well. We've got Swarm Brothers. I mean, yeah, they can engage these Marines absolutely fine. I mean, Davos should hold for a little while, but I didn't think he was that great at infantry, but maybe he is pretty solid. And yeah, Dragonstone sitting in. His last other Marine is going in over here. Again, fighting Swarm Brothers. More Men in Black fighting Men in Black. What is it with this color clash today? Did no one think to wear their away strip? Brian Pikes probably want to think about maybe just pushing forward. I mean, they don't necessarily need to. The Fury Marines are losing, but just in case they felt like preserving lives. Dragon Archers, they're going to have probably no real success there either, as well as just fighting Swarm Brothers. We've got these ones are capturing apparently, but losing while they're capturing. Okay, interesting. Interesting. There goes Lord Montfort. He's going in. I mean, House Valerion, actually, no, he's not really spent. He's pretty just fully committed, to be honest. His big assets are the pikes that are left. Yeah, it's got mostly bows. Which actually now begs the question, how many bows did he bring? Okay, they're 3. I'm pretty sure he had some noble longbowmen, unless they didn't use them for their ammo, but I'm pretty sure he did. And Lord Montfort's been firing as well. I think they had a lot more than 4 range units, that's for sure. And like most of the other defenders have brought their ranged complement as well, as far as I'm aware. Rhaegar is, well, he's going to be bullying Valerion's general here. Yeah, he's losing. This is the problem by sallying out. I mean,
our allies have abandoned
it's all well and good, but yeah, he's going to do damage here with Rhaegar and try to break these guys and just, you know, even up that man count. It's 3,400 against 2,300s. Yeah, getting a little closer. Not really. They might get Valerion's general here, though. That is problematic. My God, we're going to see Honor Guard come forward. I think they're going to try and push out and around. Maybe kind of guard the flank here. It's not a bad idea. Fury Marines going in. They probably should Javi while they have the Javies and time to do so. There go the Brine Pikes. They are poking away. At least trying to. It looks like they are. Some of them are in range of the Red Archers further down the line. And yeah, Bruce Bolton going in as well. I wonder whether like Bolton is just kind of seeing the time left and just going, screw it, let's just throw everything in. Hell to the left. I forgot what the word is. I think I'm brain dead at this point. I've done too much commentating. Hell to the leather. Isn't that the term? That's what I'm thinking of, I think. The massive Tarleys and Valerions in here trying to hold. Well, they're not even trying to hold, they're successfully holding. The only place they're really trying to hold, and they seem to have no success, is against the Targaryens. I'm surprised they've not sent a Brian Pike here. This would have probably nullified the
The enemy
situation quite
refuses
quickly.
to admit defeat. Their unit has
I
rallied.
think finally the Dragonstone guards are dead. I was going to say, bring up the honor guards as well. Like the polearms there need to be brought up. They can at least then try and make some headway. They have no polearms and pikes in this choke point. There would be advantage Targaryen. There are marksmen now in here, I think. No, rangers in here. Okay. They're probably decent in melee. I don't know. Don't know if all of rangers are as good in melee as they are in Dawn of Stays, but they might be. Yeah, archers here about to break. This flank again is about to be cleared up. They've done a really good job on this side, to be honest. In criticism, I don't know what I'd say. I think just odd attacks from Greyjoy at the beginning. Sent half his force this way, another half of his force over there. Did lose his archers, which is unfortunate. And I think maybe just a lack of activity from the attackers. I think Bolton and Targaryen were kind of almost on top of each other, not able to really do enough damage. Maybe they needed I don't know, attack over here, maybe like a small side one. This didn't really work either. That rear assault, so maybe a second side one there would not have worked either. I think, yeah, more attacks need to be taking place here. I think they also could have been definitely doing a lot more damage. When they were fighting here, could have been just shooting with their archers and just into the side and making this just a death zone for the defenders. A bit like they did over here against the Baratheons. They shot this into into a million pieces, basically. They just did a lot of damage there. But yeah, there wasn't anything massive that felt like they did wrong. I just think the defenders just played a really good game, to be honest. Maybe we could have dealt with the Sally-Out a bit better as well. I mean, yeah, I guess the Greyjoys did lose a fair few forces there. Sally-Out definitely, I think, could have been countered better. And the Greyjoys could have definitely, protected their army a bit better. But just kind of was side on instead of just being face on. Here I was thinking that Bolton and mass routed. He's not quite yet. There you go, Honor Guard Marksman in there though. This is what I was looking at. This unit here, very cool unit if you don't know it. It's basically a shock unit. It's a hybrid bow unit. It's really, really good. It's the meta unit to bring. Capped at 2, so you can't bring like 4 of them. There's 2 of those, and then also your longbowmen, and then if you have the money, you can bring the rangers, sure.
The men are losing
it's better than
faith.
bringing the longbows. Just relatively cost effective. Roose Bolton here is trying to cycle charge his way through the Driftmark. Bowman nearly has achieved it. Jon Snow on the defense here today. I didn't even go and bother to look. Savos Deworth has... Deworth? So Davos Seaworth has finally broken. We've got Jon Snow there. He's chasing down Rhaegar, his own dad. Doesn't know that yet. Doesn't know his own dad's about to turn around and face him in the field. Also, the Dragonclaw Lancers might be going out to go and save their prince. I don't think they're going to get a chance to either kill his dad or Rhaegar to kill his own son. We've got 20 seconds left of this game, and I think the defender's going to win it on time. That also is a big thing. I think losing on time, it kind of shows that maybe you weren't aggressive enough to an extent. There's a lot of men to try and kill. I mean, 2,700 against 1,100 left. But yeah, we're going to see a battle timeout through that. And they actually did go into melee right at the end there. I don't know if you can just see below the load replay and end replay buttons. But yeah, they actually did go into battle at the end of Jon and Prince Rhaegar. But neither of them died right at the death there. That is a shame to see. We'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. But yeah, this was sent to me by Aemond, who is the main dev for Ice and Fire Total War. So thank you very much, man, for sending this one in. Was playing as House Baratheon of Storm's End, a very strong faction. Most of the Baratheon factions are very strong. But yeah, I think there is like a sort of an unspoken rule that you're going to bring one Baratheon on either side. So yeah, we have Dragonstone and Storm's End here. Got 136 kills with his Champions of the Stag, not bad. Sentinel's getting 107 kills and healthy still. Stormguard getting 126 kills, the best of the bunch there. One of the Storm got 0 though. Oof, that's rough to see. Storm Marksman 108 kills, 138 kills, another one there. Yeah, Spear Recruits, not doing a lot, just holding the line. Then we have famous Austrian playing as the Night's Watch, 296 kills with his crossbows, 222 with another one there. Very nice. His Builder Veterans, 163 kills, 127 kills with the Rangers, 142 kills with another one there. His Swarm Brothers, 183 kills, 156, 155. The Marksman, 296 kills, 258 kills there as well. And then his Veterans of the Watch, 105 kills. Then we have Ike playing as House Tarly. We've got the Longbow here getting 155 kills. Very good for them, I would say. His Foot Sergeant's getting 142 kills, 118 with the Hornhill Foot Sergeants there. Red Huntsman Rangers getting 128 kills, 217 with his Marksman's incredible. And his March Knight got 295 kills. You know, Sir Beeston playing as the final defender as House Valerion. 140 kills here with Lord Montfort. We've got the Driftmark Bowman with 366 kills, 217 kills, 319 kills there. So that's his 4 range, I think. But then he's got somewhere else, I swear. He's got the Noble Longbowman. So it's 5 range there. So I guess that's rule breaking, especially since he brought some skirms as well, which also range. You are allowed to bring 2 skirms and 4 range. But yeah, some really good kills here anyway with his bows. 319 is very good. Marines getting 102 kills, 119 kills. Then the Skirms, 196, 137. High Guard, 115 kills. 300 kills here with the Brine Pikes is insane. Crab Knight's got 128 kills. And those Longbows, 150 kills. They have No Name playing as Dragonstone, 117 kills here with the Onion Knight. And then we've got the Storm's End Poachers, 136 kills, 147 kills. It's pretty good for them, actually. Cheap archers. Fury Marines, 108 kills. And then Rylor Faithful, 151 kills. The Wardens getting 176 kills, 139. Lightbringer is getting 100 kills. And then the Queensman, 244. And the Kingsman, outdone by the Queensman, 192 kills. Then we have Wall Axel playing as House Targaryen. 589 kills with the Dragonstone Guardsmen. It is ridiculous. I mean, they were killing a lot of cheap units, but still insane. And then Dragonblades here, 196 kills, 190 kills there. And then the Archers, 106 kills. And then, yeah, didn't really get to commit his Shock or his Marines. They didn't get massive kills. And Rhaegar got 222 kills, charging I think Lord Montfort into the ground. Did a very good job there. Then we have Oni playing as House Bolton. 130 kills with the Roose Bowl in there. 105 with the Bastards Bruisers. 104 with the Executioners there. Blade Guards, 192 kills. 126 kills. 135. Dread Guards, 119 kills. And then his Bastard Girls, 441 kills. That's the Bow Dog hybrid unit. It's very, very good. And we have Jackaboy playing as the final army as House Greyjoy. Had a bit of a rough game today. But his Eye-Maker's got 109 kills, 105 kills, another one there. 123 kills with the Reavers. His Scienceman getting 194 kills. But yeah, nothing else getting masses of kills, unfortunately, today for him. But there you go, guys. That is the day's Ice and Fire Game of Thrones Total War battle. I hope you did enjoy and you want to see more of it. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here. And if you need more Game of Thrones in your life, check out the videos appearing on your screen now. Until next time, bye-bye for now.